everyone. Welcome back to another instalment of Wildflowers on the road in New Zealand.
Woo!
So one of the great adventures that we did while we were there was a heli hike at Mount Cook.
Wow.
Wow, on a glacier, on the Tasman Glacier. Mel was desperate to get onto a glacier. And we had originally tried to go to another glacier and we got rained out. We were all kitted up on our gear, ready to hop on a helicopter, and then they went pulling the pin, there's weather coming in, and we were like, no!
That was at Franz Josef. So it was meant to have been an incredible glacier to hike on, but it wasn't meant to be, and that's okay.
Mel, she put on this wonderful positive frame of mind, but inside I could tell she was raging. She kept together for a few hours, and so we moved on. We went, okay, we'll find another glacier, and we did, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
So we left Queenstown, we drove over there, and we camped the night before at a lake.
What was it called?
I think it's Lake Pukaki.
Pukaki, okay.
I think that might be how you say it,
Yep.
or Pukaki. And
some of these places in New Zealand are really hard to pronounce, and I really struggled with a lot of these names, and Nic had to correct me a lot of the time.
And even she doesn't know some of them. They are tricky. But this lake was right opposite Mount Cook, so we got to see the sun setting. We had a picnic.
A picnicker.
We took our blanket and we sat up there on the hill and we looked out over the lake and saw the sun setting over Mount Cook. And then we got up early the next morning and we watched it rise.
Oh, the photos, which we'll show you shortly in the footage, the photos first thing in the morning of when the sun was rising and the whole sky is this amazing pink colour. And then you've got stunning Mount Cook, in the distance with snow covered all over it. It was just magical, beautiful.
We got
really,
so
really special
lucky.
place. Yeah,
We got really lucky with the weather, and what we didn't get lucky with was when we camped. We free camped in this massive parking area at the end of. You know what I'm about to say now.
I know what you're about to say.
You forgot about this.
Is so funny.
So we come off the highway. There's this huge camping area, and you just park. It's all just road, right? And everyone just parked side by side or wherever they want to.
Yeah.
We had a bit of gap between us and the vans next to us, so there was a little clump of juicy vans a little way away from us. When we went to hop out of our van in the morning, there was someone,
and it was a human. It was a human. Trust me.
Someone had used our driveway,
our space around
as
our
their
van.
toilet. Number 2's right at the bottom of our steps.
There was a big dirty turd there. And it wasn't right outside of our steps. It was probably like a few metres from our van, but it looked like we just walked out and did a turd in the middle of the night. And it was like a full big human poo. It was a big, long, thick one. Sorry.
I'm editing that out.
Sorry, I don't know why I went there. Hang on, I'm all blushed and red and...
So anyway,
it was
we were like,
horrifying.
we have to get out of here now because they're all going to wake up. Everyone's going to think we did that.
And it was not pretty. It was not pretty. And I was not going to take responsibility for that at all.
Oh, so we hightailed it out of there.
Yeah.
To the local public toilets because we needed to go. Because we hadn't already. Because that wasn't us.
That wasn't us. Yeah, so we got out of that camp spot pretty quickly, and then we were on our way to Mount Cook to jump on a helicopter to do the Tasman Glacier, which was crazy, and I was super excited because I've never been on a helicopter before. You've been on a top of ride before, but but yeah, it was my first time, so I was super, super pumped for this. So
she was super excited, and even more excited when she found out that we had been pegged to be in the front seat
on the way back. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, being on a chopper going up, it's like woo. It's like, and then you're up, and it's just I don't know. Loved it. Really, really enjoyed being on a chopper. Number one. And then,
it just was the way your helicopter went up. It was different to how mine. You went woo. Mine was different.
Oh, how'd yours go?
Was how mine went. Okay. Woo! She's on a different helicopter.
Same, but different. Yeah.
So we flew up to this glacier, Tasman Glacier, stunning,
Wow.
stunning. And we had the very good fortune that just the very day before, our guide had found some ice caves that hadn't been seen before. So we were one of the first tour groups to be able to go in there. And there was just 6 of us, wasn't there? And our guide, and he took us into these amazing caves with this blue ice.
Oh, it was so beautiful.
Stunning.
Out of this world, yeah.
It really was so stunning.
Doing a heli hike on a glacier is one of those things that is out of the ordinary. It's a little bit left field, and it's one of those things that we thought, you know what, stuff it. Let's do something amazing for ourselves.
Yeah.
Let's do something that will just blow our mind that not everyone is going to think of doing.
Yeah, just something a bit. We just pushed ourselves and went, let's just do something that's just a little bit off the beaten track. A lot off the beaten track, actually.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
But just really unusual and very cool.
Yeah. So definitely recommend that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the opportunity.
It was definitely a highlight of our trip.
He actually said that the ice caves, when they do find them, they usually only last about 2 days. So, which astounds me because they weren't massive, but they were big enough to walk in and walk through the tunnels. And then, there were like areas where they'd put a rope down and we pulled ourselves out through one of the holes with a rope. And you sort of think, what, in 2 or 3 days' time, this is going to be gone.
I know, yeah.
And that's just that movement of the glacier,
Yeah.
which is quite slow. But at the same time, you go, wow, it's quite mind-boggling when you start to think about the nature behind it.
Yeah. But, just even the view being in the helicopter, looking down at the glaciers and Mount Cook and the mountains, just stunning, absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, it was just another thing that we did that took us away from the busy world. And, I felt it. I don't know if you felt it, just that we were with other people, but just being on a really wide open expanse of land where there weren't crowds of people and there weren't tour buses and things like that.
Yeah.
We were just kind of like on our own in a small group with enormous nature, just enormous nature. And it's, God, I don't know how many times I can say the same thing. It just settles me down.
Especially being in nature where there's barely anybody around, and you can really take in the beauty of what's around you.
Yeah, you really can.
Yeah, and you feel grateful for being on this earth and grateful for the nature that we live amongst and grateful to be having these experiences. So yeah.
That's true. And like when we're going through our grief and you just can't find, you just sort of think, I just don't, I don't want to do things that I'm just not motivated, and that feeling where you just go, what am I doing here? What is this all for? Why am I pushing so hard? And you go to places like that and, it does do something for your soul and makes you realize there's so much to see in this world. And, I quite often see quotes of people saying, don't miss one more day of experiencing what's out there in the world because it's so special.
Yeah.
And I often think back to the past couple of years and how much time I feel I've lost. I mean, I've lost my husband, but I also feel I've lost a huge amount of time of being able to experience what this earth offers. And just being on a glacier like that really reminds me.
Has anyone told you you're a beautiful flower just waiting to bloom? If you hop in the car and leave the doubt on the curb, we'll find a beautiful view. There ain't no monsters left in the dark, ain't no excuses left in the room. If this is where the future can start, then I'm glad I'm here next to you. If you move with your soul and you forget what you're told, then you can win the world. If you dance in the rain and become friends with your pain, then you can win the world. Oh, we can win the world. Oh, we can win the world. stolen, what your eyes have been holding somewhere in your heart. Do the plans that you're making feel like you're compromising everything that you want? There ain't no monsters left in the dark, ain't no excuses left in the room. If this is where the future can start, then I'm glad I'm here next to you. If you move with your soul and you forget what you're told, then you can win the world. If you dance in the rain and become friends with your pain, then you can win the world. Oh, we can win the world. Oh, we can win the world. If we we can win the world.
Really just trying to learn to live again.
Yep.
You know, I think it's fair to say that, you know, when you lose your spouse, you don't really feel like living, and you don't really feel like getting out there. So it's about time that, yeah, we try and start living again and live in for our husbands. They live through us now.
한겨울밤 동안 시간을 보내. 차가운 바람은 숨은 것 같아요. 하루 종일 놀다 지친 아이들은 꿈의 그림 잘 밟고 있어요. 그러나 난 지금 멀리서 오는 한 손님을
So freaky.
기다렸죠. 창밖엔 하얀 눈이 내려요. 잠 못 이루도록 선노는 길 위로 소복이 쌓이죠. 우릴 위해서. 외로운 사람들의 마음을 안다면 서로에게 더 행복한 밤이 될 거예요. 빛나는 별들이 오늘 이 밤을 추억의 빛을